Okay, we are live. It's Eskimo of GetRichRapping.com. If you're not familiar with GetRichRapping.com, go take a quick look. It's all about empowering artists. It's all about teaching artists the right things to do. There's too many artists out there that are just not standing out. They're just being typical. They're just like, look, there's hundreds and thousands. Just go on in any Facebook group right now. Who's standing out to you? Nobody. So I've done a lot of research in marketing. I've done a lot of study. Oh shit, I'm playing out loud. 1 second. Let's go. Right, where was I? Yeah, I see a lot of artists out there. They're out there promoting themselves the same as everybody else. Now, what I like to do is I change lives. I change lives. I don't even try. I change lives because I put in work to teach other people how to put in work, and that's just something that works really well for the whole movement. I'm just killing time for a sec, just waiting for everybody to get online, trying to take a head count. So if you are in the building, metaphorically, drop a comment below and let me know, get a shout out, ask some questions. Works a lot better if I've got stuff coming from you so I can solve the problems of the people who are here right now. So if anybody can't stay for the whole duration, we will be uploading it at a late, well, literally as soon as this finishes, probably within the half hour of it closing, it'll be back so you can come back and watch it again. So yeah, who have we got in the building? Let's see some names. We've got a couple of people online. Who are the mystery people online? Let me know. It's a lot better if I've got stuff. Silent that. There we go. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Let's see. Yeah, I've got a few things I can talk about if there doesn't seem to be too many questions. But as I said, I'd rather work off your questions because there's no point in me going on and on and on about a topic that you may already know about or you haven't got to that level yet. So I really just want to work with you guys on this webinar. So let me know who's in the house. You're quiet tonight. There's a few of you on, I see you. There we go. Who have we got? Yeah, who have we got? BQ in the house. Shout out BQ, man. Shout out BQ every time. A great example of what artists should be doing online, man. He's out there getting engagement off his followers. He's increasing his fan base. He's hitting me up all the time, just telling me what he's got going on. He's running ideas by me, man, and that's how I like to work. So shout out to BQ, man. He's definitely on his shit. Who else we got in the house? Let me know. Let me know. Right. Yo, we got, oh shit, Jamie Samra in the house. Justice, what's good, bro? Another one is always working on his stuff, man. Shout out BQ, shout out Justice. Who else we got? I know there's more. I'm working between two. I'm working through YouTube and the Google Plus one. So I'm going to be back and forth checking questions on both. We got 5 people on the Google Plus version of this. We've got 5 people on the YouTube version. Now the maths isn't adding up because if there's 10 people watching and only 2 people letting me know they're here, people are holding out. So say something. Just warming up for now. I don't want to get too into things before there's a bulk of people on. How do we comment? Hey, you just did, bro. Yeah, just either comment in the YouTube or comment on the Hangout. Either way, that works. Let me see. We got a couple more people on. Hey, it's picking up. There's a good few people on now. When we get to about 20, 25, I'll start rolling her out. If not, we'll start about at 10 past. So that gives us 6 minutes. How's everyone's day been? Anybody want to share how their day's going so far? Anybody got any good jokes? You don't want me to tell my jokes. I say this every time. My jokes suck. If I start telling my jokes, this is going to clear out pretty quickly. You don't want my jokes. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The more people we have on here, the more we're going to gain, because that's more people asking questions, that's more people commenting. Also, make sure to subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. When I usually do this with the team. There's usually a few of us, if not one or two, or two or three, should I say. So I got to fill up the gaps with and not be awkward. Don't know how well I'm doing that so far, but you know, deal with it. Yeah, we got Loretta's only in here. What's up, man? He's got a question. Prenda Black. Yeah, I can see you, man. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, okay, so I'll get into this question. Loretta's only Sharon Vaughan. I know some of you know him as Sharon. What do you suggest as a great way to get fans to purchase your music? Well, that's kind of there's not a way, like a particular way to get them to buy the music. It's more of an overall thing. I think if you're checking all the boxes, you're doing everything that I recommend in all the blogs, that I recommend in all the videos, that I'm going to explain a bit more in this video. As long as you're doing that and you're on point with just the building of the fan base, giving the value to the fan base, giving your fan base content, and look, you've got to be worth their money. You know what I mean? Like, I know your music feels to you, not you specifically, but any artist out there. I know any artist out there, you feel your music is worth the money, but that doesn't automatically translate to being worth money to people. Now, you as a person, they're more willing to give you $5, $10 for you as a person than they are to give it to you for your music, regardless of how good your music is. Because people, you know what people are like with money. They don't want to just you don't go and give random people who ask you for money. You know, you don't give them that money, do you? But if it's your friend and they say, "Oh, can you give me some money for this or something?" Then yeah, sure, take the money. So you got to be building up these relationships with the fans. You dig, and everything else will just fall into place. What video editor do I use? Well, that's a question from Justice. Well, I use iMovie. It comes standard with the Mac. At the moment, I've also bought a Adobe Premiere Pro. That was like $700. It's a joke how it, but with that price tag, you can imagine how ridiculously intricate and detailed it is to use it. So I'm just kind of training myself on that at the moment. I will eventually move over, but for now, iMovie's got all the features you need. So I definitely, if you're on Mac, iMovie. PC, I'm not so hot on. I haven't used one for a few years, but I can do research and find out for you and let you know another time. So we're all good. Oh God, BQ's got some jokes. We got here's a joke. What does oh no? What does Snoop Dogg put in his laundry? Bleach. Oh shit, that's almost as bad as my jokes, bro. I gotta give it to you. Gotta give it to you. BQ wants me to talk about fan pages some more. Yeah, basically, if you're an artist, you need to have a fan page on Facebook. Now the problem is with people, artists either haven't got a fan page, or the fan page they've got, they just treat it like they treat their Facebook profile, and that's like, why are people going to check your fan page if your fan page is exactly the same as what they're going to see on your profile? Now, your fan page should be more about the music. You know, that's your branded page. So with your fan page, you're going to want to have your music, you're going to want your content. If you're running a blog, which I recommend everybody start a blog, but we'll go into that later on in this webinar. You want to be, you know, it's got to be the essence of your movement on that page. You can be more of a person on your profile. You can talk about how your day was and whatever, but you want to keep it very professional on your fan page. A lot of people are just, you can't differentiate between, am I on their profile, am I on their fan page, which obviously gives people no incentive to go onto your fan page, because they could just go to your profile. Yeah, I'll talk about that a little bit more as we get into it, as more people come online. Hey, there's a few people in here now, man. It's picking up. We're at about 20 people so far. Keep those questions coming, folks. Well, I may as well. Where's all those questions gone? Oh, anyway. But yeah, I'll give you a few, while we're waiting for more questions, I'll give you a few more tips on your Facebook fan page. You don't necessarily have to be sharing your content. What I do with my page, getrichrapping.com, it's got, well, we're just shy of 5,200 fans at the moment. All organic, there's none of that bullshit fake like. Yeah, let's get into that, motherfuckers. Fake likes are whack. Whack. They're easy to tell. If you've got 10,000 fan page likes, but your posts aren't getting any likes, or only getting 1 or 2 likes, we can do the math. People aren't stupid. You can build that stuff organically. You're better to have 100 fans that are actual fans that are actually engaging with your stuff than to have 1,000 people who aren't real. But where was I going with that before I got sidetracked? Yeah, well, with my page, what I do is I'll share. I'm very much about artist empowerment, artist success. So I'll find videos from people you guys know, your Jay-Z's, your Meek Mills, your Diddy's, your Wale's, and just people of that nature, people who are doing things on a bigger scale with their music. And I find videos with inspiration for them, and I share them on my page. It doesn't exclusively have to be your content. In fact, it doesn't matter what, like, as long as you're getting shares on your content with your page, you're gonna get shares, comments, likes, blah blah blah. You're gonna get into a better position from that. There's actually a nice formula called the Edge Rank. It'll take me basically your webinar to really break it down for you. So I know a few of you out there have already purchased the Facebook Fundamentals course, ebook that goes into detail about that and how you can add certain weights to certain posts that are going to make them heavier, so to speak, on Facebook, so that they go through all of the algorithms and get to a point where your stuff's on top of the newsfeed or whatever. But I will leave a link in the description if you just give me a second. Facebook Fundamentals course. I'm not saying you have to go buy it, I mean, it's all personal choice. I never try to force any. Sorry, I didn't make this a webinar to sell anything to you. This is literally just free information. But if you want a little bit more than I'm giving out on this, then I'll put the link in the description just so you can get it up there. Because I'm just going to tell you, it's the best product you could ever buy, ever. But you can get some good feedback off people who've actually bought the product, because at the end of the day, I am going to tell you it's the best product on the market. Oh, my screen's freezing up. Hopefully you can still see me. Right. Okay. Got a question from Prenda Black, which is, as a beat maker producer, what's the best way to build a fan base? Man, like, I'm a producer myself, right? Everything I've built is off being a producer. Now the problem is with most, like, look at what I'm doing right here. I'm a producer, but I don't put myself in the producer box. Come out of the producer box. Go out there, give a bunch of value. Go study some stuff that you can teach artists. Go do things that are going to get people excited. Like, and this is a general rule of thumb for artists and producers, man. Like, show people who you are. Separate yourself from the crowd. Now, in the crowd, it's just everybody. Like, go on any Facebook group right now, look down, all you're going to see is people like hottest beats ever, or someone like best track ever. That's not inspiring. Anybody can say that. But if someone's, you know, bringing people to them through a dynamic personality, putting out posts that, you know, either have comedy value, inspirational, thought-provoking, idea creating, then people come to you. That's what I've noticed, that people come to me because I put out value. I don't chase people around. I just say, this is what I've got. You all have that. Everybody have that. And then people who have more questions and want to know more, they'll come to me. And that's when I'm able to sell beats, when I'm able to sell ebooks, because I'm giving first. So as a producer, man, come out of the producer box and stop being all about the beats. As long as your beats are on point and you know what you're doing with your beats, you don't have to overdo it by overkilling people, man. Just showing people the progress, the momentum, the consistency. If you can do that, it's like a good brother of mine, Kay Fallon. I know a few people in here know about Kay. He basically, oh, 1 second. He says so many quotes. I'm trying to think of the exact quote he said, man. I don't know. We'll get back to it. We'll get back to it. I'm just trying to keep up with these questions, man, because they're starting to come in thick and fast now. Right. Oh shit! I missed all of these. Bunch of comments. Yo, RIP soldiers in the building. Shout out the RIP soldiers, man. Every single time. You know, they deserve it. They deserve love because that's all they give out there, man. Shout out. Any more questions floating about while I try and remember that quote from Kay Fallon? Also, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to. Okay, so yeah, Justice, you got a Mac. That's what's up, man. The Macs are the one, man. I put me in front of as good as at computers I am, and good at the internet or whatever. Put me in front of Windows, and I just don't know what to do with myself anymore. It's been like 5, 6 years, maybe more. But yeah, I bought that Premiere Pro. It was a dent in the budget, but eventually it'll allow me to do things on a bigger scale because it's got all sorts of different features or whatever. But for $700, man, it's not something you can invest in lightheartedly. But all in good time. Everything happens when it's supposed to, as long as you're doing what you're supposed to. You dig? But yeah, just as an example, me being a bit silly, like you dig and all that, like not that it's a big deal, but don't be afraid to be yourself and say the things that you find interesting or funny, or just be quirky, man. Stand out from the crowd. You don't have to keep, yes, there's an element of branding and you want people to see you a certain way while you're out there, but you also don't want people to see you as a promoting drone. So you just, they're like, check out my music, check out my music, check out my music. You know what I mean? It's boring. So don't be afraid. Like, we are all completely different. Even your friends, like as similar as you may be to your friends, you all add something different to the conversation. It's no different. How you are with your friends, you should be with the people out there, because that's what you're trying to build. Is like, there's no point in having fans that are just like, oh my God, you're the best, let me suck your dick. Do you know what I mean? Be friends with these people. Treat them as equals. Treat them as people who you want to see do well in life too, and they're going to recognize that, they're going to appreciate that, and they're going to appreciate that from a real place, and they're going to want to see you win because you're helping them win too. We got to see it as bigger than ourselves. You know, my movement is like, I take, even though I built it all myself, like I literally did everything myself. I didn't do, it's how do I put it? Even though I physically did everything myself in a sense of building it up and making sure all the outlets are there, I would be a very delusional person if I for a second give myself all the credit for it, because no, there's too many people out there that are riding for it, that are supporting me, helping me. For a start, like, while uses a blog post or a video, if nobody's watching, nobody's commenting, nobody's sharing, what is it? It's just someone speaking, and we can all speak. So yeah, definitely just put your personality out there, man. Don't be out there just being the same as everybody else. And especially like if you're studying other people and you're watching how they move or whatever, that's definitely a good thing to do. But just because what they're doing is working for them, it doesn't mean you say, "Oh, right, they're doing that, so I'm going to do that exactly the same." Um, I had someone recently that was taking that stance with me. Everything I did, they would do. Um, only like he's young, you know, he's just finding himself. But I had to like cut the tie and say, "Listen, bro. While I was still around that person, they were never going to grow because all they were going to do was copy me, and it's not something I was mad about. I just felt like, hey, bro, you need to step up and do your own thing. You know what I mean? So don't copy people. Look at people, and if they're doing well, just think about it as you and implement it. Find out what the principle is they're using and why that's working, and then put your personality and your spin on it and just mold it your way. You might even get better results than them because you might be a more likable person than the person that's using that principle or that technique. But yeah, keep your eyes open, but also keep your mind open too. All right, let me just do an update. Let's see what the questions are saying. What questions we got? I know BQ's got a question. Let me see. Oh, we got Minnesota John in the building too. Shout out, man. No, man, you didn't miss too much. We've only been on, well, we've been on about 20 minutes, but it's been kind of, I warmed up for like 10 minutes. So let's see. He's not an artist, but he likes to learn about promotion for his friends' bands. Uh, yeah, well, you know, the best thing you can do, bro, you're not an artist yourself, but you've got a passion for this whole thing and the promotion and the marketing side of things. I definitely recommend if you haven't already start up a blog, go over to wordpress.com. Um, I see a lot of people out there just like putting out stuff that gets a bunch of likes, like statuses and posts and ideas and stuff for artists. But on your Facebook feed, it's just going to die. It's going to disappear into the feed. What you really want to do is start a blog and cementing that shit in Google. Cement that stuff in Google. So, like, there's a few artists that I've done promotion for that if you type their name on Google, I'm the first link above everything. I'm the first link on Google for that artist. Now imagine you did that for someone who eventually blows up on a big scale. And as soon as they type in your name, your blog comes up. Pow, you're in the money. You know what I mean? So start up a blog and everything you're doing for the bands you like and the artists you like, you can start to not only monetize it, but you can just have your space for it and give people a reason to come to you. You know what I mean? So yeah, let me catch up. I'm sure BQ had another question. Where am I? I don't know where I am. I'm in a glass case of emotions. Right, let's see. Um, Brian asks, outside of Facebook, what services are best for investing money into? Obviously your own internet real estate, so obviously your website, your blog, whether that's a separate entity or whether that's on your website, just invest in the is officiality a word? I don't know, just making it look as official as possible. Invest in an autoresponder, invest in promotion. But here's the thing, with promotion, and artists definitely take note of this, right? How the fuck are people out there offering promotion and then you go on their page and they haven't even got no damn likes themselves? You go on their Facebook fan page and all the people, they're from America, right? And all the people who like their fan page are called Ahmed, whatever name, like fake. So I mean, be very careful on where you invest your money. Now, people who are promising you, yo, I'm going to get you 1,000 views or I'm going to get you 5,000 video views, run like they've got the plague, right? Because they are taking your money. They say, right, give me $100. I get you this many views. Now they take that $100 and they go buy that many views from another website for $20. They've done their job and made $80 from going from Facebook or wherever you spoke to them to that website. They've made $80 off your back, and you're none the wiser because you've got all these views. So you think, oh yeah, they must be working, but it's all fake views coming in. The best, like the promotion I do, is just brand awareness. I cannot promise anybody any amount of views, anybody any amount of downloads, but I can definitely guarantee that that is going to be in front of at least 1,500 people a day that pass through the blog. Some of them will click, some of them won't, but I offer them the chance, you know, that there's a likelihood that they'll get clicked on. And anybody who's guaranteeing stuff like promotion wise, man, they're full of beans. Don't listen to a word they gotta say, man. All right, let me catch up again. Who else we got? Just working through these two windows, man. Just trying to stay on top of all the questions and who's online or whatever. Hey, man, it's packed out tonight. Feeling the pressure. Yeah, generally now, there's no questions at the moment, so let's talk generally. Generally, it's all about being, like I said, it's being a person. Don't forget that you're a person and people buy people. You look at Riff Raff, you listen to Little B. Now, 9 times out of 10, the music's whack well, in my opinion, you know what I mean? And just by consensus, from what I can tell, most people agree the same thing. So why are hundreds of thousands of people checking their music every day? Because they're dope in not their music, but as people, they're funny as shit. They do controversial things. They've got a swag. I don't mean like swag, shout out Seymour swag, but I just mean like they've got something different about them. You know what I mean? And people will buy you as a person if they like you, if they appreciate you, if they can relate to you. They will buy your music. Now, I find some of the dopest music I've ever heard in my life in the Facebook groups or on the Facebook news feed, but it doesn't make me say, yeah, I'm going to buy that, because then I go look at the artist. I see that they're not putting in any work other than just making some music, or they're not coming out of the box. They're staying in one box no matter how good they are. And then I think you do not deserve my money. What are you doing? You're not on the grind. You're just making music. There's a difference. People, that's the quote. Here's the K Fallon quote. That people are watching you, right? People are watching you. Like, you know, if you upload a Facebook video, how is it that you get, like, on average, say 100, 200 plus views, but not as many likes? Because people are watching you. But they want to see progress. They want to see that investing time, investing energy, investing money into you is going to be worth anything. Now, you can take the stance of, hey, if they ain't fucking with me from day one, fuck them, and you're more than within your right to take that stance. But at the end of the day, who are you out there supporting for no reason? You just don't do it. Like, if you personally aren't out there supporting people for no reason, then you can't expect it from other people. And even if you are, you still can't expect it from other people, because everybody's a little bit different. But people just want to support people that are going somewhere. Making a track isn't going somewhere. Making a video isn't going somewhere. Now, when you start doing shows, when you start reaching out and doing interviews, when you start getting mentions from people with big names, people are going to take note. Like I say, the music is just, you know, like, literally, it's crazy. It almost shouldn't be that way in a sense. Back in the day, if you were dope, you would just get on because you're that good. But now it's in this marketing, social media age, you've got to learn how to play the game. I definitely recommend reading. Read as many books as you can. What you don't understand is, or maybe you do understand, it's all about value. Money is just whatever. Like, if I want to go make some money, I'll make some money, whatever. But it's all about the value. So the more you learn marketing, success, mindset, philosophy, all of this stuff, it just makes you worth more money up here. You're more intelligent. You're more knowledgeable. You're more able to affect your situations in a better way. So definitely, if you're not reading books, man, like, it's the time. If you ask anyone of success has read books, okay, well, maybe not Floyd Mayweather, but for the most part, there's a video on the GetRichRapping.com Facebook. Like, saying the one thing hates most is the fact that the younger generation don't read books. Now that's coming from a gangster rapper. You know what I mean? Nipsey Hussle, he reads books. Why is he able to sell $100 mixtapes? Why is he able to sell $1,000 mixtapes? Because he's done marketing knowledge to realize that as he's lowered the supply and increased the demand through that price point, it builds up a hype. So even if he doesn't sell any of those, if he didn't sell one single $100 album or $1,000 album, he's at a level of notoriety or noticeability, we could say, that just the fact him doing that is going to build up enough hype to boost his brand. And this is what I mean by saying come out of the box. Promotion, like that whole point, click, copy, paste, click, enter shit, that's not promotion. Like, not in the grand scheme of things. That's just posting links. You're doing the same shit as someone who's posting a status, just so happens to be a music link. Is way bigger than that. It's like when you see celebrities like 50 Cent, when he goes out and does, like, feeds Africa. Yes, he's feeding Africa, but at the same time, he's building awareness for his brand. Now you go out there and you do something for the world and get your 15 minutes. Like, most of us will get our 15 minutes in life, but not all of us are going to turn that 15 minutes into the rest of our lives. So you've got to be ready for that point. And that's why I say you need to be reading, you need to be studying, you need to be getting experience, you need to be making mistakes early. So that when your 15 minutes comes, or you fight for your 15 minutes, or just whenever that opportunity comes, I say luck is just, preparation and timing. It's just something happening and you being prepared for that. It's not necessarily a magic force. Luck is just the right time, the right place. As long as if you always stay prepared for every situation you're going into in life, every situation is going to go fucking fantastically. Excuse the cheesy word, but it's going to go fantastically if you're on point. Let's see. All right. Got a question. I was going on a bit of a rant there. But let's see. I know Minnesota John just asked a question. What's your take on Facebook groups versus fan pages? I run both, and I'm finding a way better participation in a group. I guess they're completely different things, man. They are completely different things. Like, your fan page is just part of your brand and representation. That's where you're really trying to. As far as Facebook, if you're funneling people from those groups to your fan page, whereas the groups are like groups, you'll find diamonds in the rough. Like, a lot of people that I've built big things with have been in groups, but you just got to be smart in there. It's not about just posting your link and like, I've got an auto poster, so I'll set my auto poster just to post throughout the day on there 24/7. But if you're spending time, like actual time in those groups, copying and pasting, it's a waste of time, man. There's much better things you can be doing to bring people to you instead of going out there, if you know what I mean. But groups are pretty good. They definitely serve a purpose. You are going to be able to pick up random people here and there, but for the most part, it's full of ignorant people that are not doing this research, are not studying, are not learning the marketing that goes into putting their music out there. So they're just like, yo, bro, check out my track. No. I mean, no. Do some work. But I mean, if you're in control of the group, that's pretty good. As long as you've got a lot of people coming in and here's the thing, in a group, better than going into a group and posting your stuff, you're better off going into a group and commenting on other people's stuff. They're going to add you, they're going to appreciate you for commenting and for giving the feedback. At that point, you probably don't even have to post them a link. They'll probably have a conversation with you and they'll ask you, Like, oh, thanks for sharing, blah blah blah. Or what do you do? Oh, I make music too. And they say, oh, if you've got a link, chances are that's what's going to happen. Stay the fuck out of people's inboxes you don't know. Excuse the language, but you know, it's something I feel passionate about. So yeah. But oh, that's what I was doing. Yeah, let me. Anyone who really wants a detailed load, just basically everything, but condensed into an ebook, and really it's just the golden nugget parts. There's no fraff or flat in there. It's just literally. I'll just post the link, man. My internet's been playing up today. Thank God it hasn't kicked me out of this, but giving me problems in a sense of right. Fuck you, Google. That's all I got to say right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna give me a sec. Give me a sec. The internet's a blessing and a curse, man. Right. Okay. Let me do a actual question. Hi. If you're patient enough to wait a minute or two, I'm just having some technical difficulties. I think this MacBook's on the way out. I've had it a year, but I use my MacBook more than most, so it's probably had about 2-3 years on average. Oh, you're kidding me. Internet, this video's probably frozen up. So gone to shit. But I don't know. Bear with me. We'll work it out. No. I don't even know if you can see me anymore. Fuck you, YouTube. Freezing up on me. Ah, RIP Soldiers asks, a lot of the stuff you're doing and the whole PTI team are doing for artists and producers, but what about for me? What's the best way to make connections with the average people in my target market? Well, now just basic principles of life, not even just music, anything. But these are just basic principles that work across the board. You just apply and change it per situation. Where's that noise coming from now? Ah, fuck my life. Right. Yeah. So it's all the same. So work out who your target market is and start adding and building with them on Facebook, on social media, on targeting them on YouTube or whatever platform you're using to put your music and your status updates and your blog posts out to. It's literally all the same thing. It's just different names or whatever. What can you guys still see me? I think Clubber just said he can see. Yeah. Hey, Clubber Lang, you're in the building, man. What up? What up? Let me just update these questions and refocus because I've gone on a tangent for far too long. Right. Do this first. Right. On the YouTube, there is a link in the description. Check that link out. I put a lot of my heart and my best information into these books and these courses. I wouldn't recommend them and damage my. I wouldn't put anything out if I didn't think it was worth it. I wouldn't ever be happy to put something out and have someone say, "Oh no, I bought that. That shit was whack. This shit's for real." If you're serious about yours, check out the link. It should be at the top of the YouTube conversation. Let me catch up with the questions, man, because I'll be on some shit. Right. What the fuck? What's going on? You. Oh, Justice asks, do you feel memes are a great way to promote your brand? Yes, most definitely. keep them brand to do with your brand. I mean, you will get views if you do ratchet memes and whatever, but if you promote it, it's not all about the views. It's not all about the people you bring in. Sometimes you've got to sacrifice your reach in order to make sure that the people you're with appreciate what you do. Like, it makes no use to someone who's making intelligent music to reach out to a bunch of Young Thug fans, no matter how many page likes it gets them, no matter how many views or whatever you get from it. Then if it's not your target market, it's just not gonna be beneficial to what you do, other than a few extra likes, and it might put you out there. I just say keep your memes to do with what you've got going on and your personality. I wouldn't say just share stuff because you think it'll build up a hype or that everybody will love it, if it could damage what people thought of you, the people that you've already got locked in. It's all about focusing on the people that you've got now. It's nice to have more people, but the more you give to the people you have now, the more people are just going to show up, man. It's all about gratitude and appreciation. You know what I mean? Let me catch up. Yeah, Prenda Black asks, as an artist trying to gauge how far we are reaching on Facebook, how much weight should we be putting on watching the post reach on our Facebook page? I explain in the link in the YouTube. I think I can reply directly on, accidentally delete. Yeah, check on the YouTube, check in the description, man. Facebook fundamentals. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm gonna keep this running for about 20 more minutes. I'm gonna do another check for questions on YouTube. It's all over the place. My computer freezing and questions on two screens, making the best out of a pretty messed up situation. But sounds like life to me. You know what I mean? Can't be mad. Been a great day, because we make it great no matter what happens. Because we could be dead. That's the stark reality. Right. Ba, 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 ba. Club has asked the question on Facebook. Said, which page should you be promoting more, your personal page or your artist page? Now, I would say your profile, simply because you've got a wider range of being yourself on there, whereas with your fan page you want to kind of keep it geared towards your current project or your current focus or whatever. But with your Facebook profile, you're able to get more engagement on a Facebook profile. You know, you talk to people back and forth. There's more people liking your stuff. There's more people sharing your stuff. There's more people engaging with your stuff. Kind of like the fan page is just an added bonus, if you feel what I mean. But it's always good for just for numbers. It's good. Facebook fan pages are good when they get viral, or even at a low level, as long as you're getting the engagement on them. But you want to be sending people from your profile that are engaging on stuff on your profile. You want to be sending them to your fan page. But this is try and think of it as your fan page being a completely separate entity from your Facebook, right? Now it becomes something like you've got your blog and you've got your website, and you've got these external things attached to your Facebook, but not actually your Facebook profile. Now treat your Facebook fan page like that. You send certain focuses to your fan page, certain focuses to your blog, certain focuses to your website, and you build up content on them that you bring back Does that make sense? Let me know if it's making sense. Got a complicated brain. Sometimes I tangle other people up when I start speaking. Shit, we got a bunch of people online right now. We're up to like 30 people, man. Shout out everyone that's in. Anybody who's just got in, we've got about 15 minutes left. This call, webinar will be up for grabs for you to catch up straight after this. Well, within about 30 minutes of this closing, it'll be live on, recorded and played back on YouTube, so you can just go back and reference at any time to catch up or to go through everything again. But keep those questions coming, man. Anybody who's just got on, give me let me know you're here if you want to shout out and blah 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 blah. Just nice to know who's around. Make sure to check the link in the YouTube comments of the video. The GRR library is basically a website I've put together with my courses on there. All right. Is this still lagging, or is it on point again? Are we up to speed? Keep those questions coming, folks, or I'm gonna get BQ to start telling more jokes, because I know he's got those jokes ready. You don't want my jokes either. I've only got like 2 jokes anyway. Oh yeah, keep an eye out for. Let me kind of explain what it is, just to give you a concept of marketing. If you want to reach out to an audience that isn't quite like my whole thing is taking artists that haven't got a fucking clue what they're doing and teaching them how to do it. Now, me hitting them up as a positive person just doesn't seem to resonate with them. So I've invented this alter ego called Seymour Swag. Now, this guy is the swaggest rapper ever. Check my YouTube. You can see his video. He's the best rapper alive, dead or alive. He's got so much swag. He sells so much coke, and it's basically a representation of a certain. He's just a ratchet. He's a ratchet motherfucker. Now, I can do things with him that would damage my brand if I did it, but it's not me doing it. It's Seymour Swag doing it to get another audience in that like that kind of thing and bring them to me. See, it's way bigger than posting a link. Like, I recently posted some beats because they're new beats on my Facebook page, but other than that, you will not hear my music unless you go and find it, because I just will, for the most part, just not post it. I understand the marketing and promotion is more about building up you as a person, your value as a person, your brand, rather than check out my song. If you want to check out a song, I've got 127 people online on Facebook with songs I can check out. Even more, hundreds and thousands just around and about, or go into any group and check out songs if I want to check out songs. I want to check out songs. I want to see movements. I want to feel inspired by someone who's making moves and doing what it takes to be successful. Shout out to Soul Silk Society, Club Lang, Oh Skeptica. You already know. Let me do a quick question check. There's no more questions. We're gonna have to start wrapping it up. There we go. We got Prenda. YouTube versus SoundCloud, which is better for growth? I like YouTube. Like, I've got a SoundCloud, but I can't even get into it anymore. It was attached to an old Facebook. SoundCloud is just, there's no personality to it, man. YouTube, you can do vlogs, you can do cool videos, you can upload your music. You can make music videos. It's just more dynamic. It's more versatile. You can do more things with it. You can get paid just for being on YouTube and getting views and subscribers. SoundCloud is I mean, I used to use it, but it just became another Reverb Nation. You know what I mean? And the same with Reverb Nation. It's just, although credit to Reverb Nation, it does have extra features. Less you put updates and stuff. But SoundCloud just boring to me, man. I mean, it's handy to have. It's not necessary. I don't use it. I still sell my beats without. I don't sell beats from posting beats. I sell beats from blog posts and promotion and marketing myself. I don't sell beats from posting beats. People don't hear my beats until like I'll speak to people. They've already paid me for certain things. They've already like bought a promotion or they bought an ebook or whatever, or we've just built generally. And they're like, yo, I didn't even know you made beats. I'm like, yeah, that's what I do. That was my first thing. Like I made beats. But that's how much I don't give a shit about posting my beats, because it's all about inspiring people, not just having people say you've got a dope song. They just want to look at you and say, yeah, I fuck with that motherfucker, no matter what. Once you got that, you're gonna make your money. You're gonna get your views. You're gonna get your subscribers. You're gonna get your fans. Just be right. General rule in life, we can all break it down to this, right? If you are a dope person in life that does everything that they need to do to get where they want to go, shit is gonna happen, bro. You're being dope. Like everything that you need to do is done. If you're inspiring people, motivating people, it's just gonna happen, man. I think we overcook the pot. I think we look into it like there's so much to it. It's ironic that the more you learn, the less you need to know. Shit, I like that. Yeah, the more you learn, the less you need to know. So you realize when you've read all your books, when you've experienced what works and what doesn't, you realize the shit. I was overthinking this like crazy. I was thinking, let me do this controversial thing and try and get views. Let me try, and you just think like, man, I should have just been a dope person and did dope things, because that's really what makes stuff happen. We can all have like theories and certain techniques and strategies or whatever, but if you're on point, you're on point, and it's gonna translate. People are gonna know about it, you know. Oh shit, we got another joke from BQ. Why does Snoop Dogg carry an umbrella in case it drizzles? I got there's another version of that, faux drizzle. But either way, funny as shit. Let's keep those questions coming. Let me check on working between two windows is hasn't been fun. Right. In conclusion, I guess there's no more questions coming in. Just really going back to what I was just saying, like be a dope person. Think outside of the box. You don't have to necessarily do anything controversial to bring people in. You just got to stand out for being a stand-up person. Stand up, be counted for, make noise, but not in an ignorant way. Go out there and give value, help. It is all going to come back to you in bucketfuls of the same. Like a lot of people will just sit there and say like, nah, they ain't showing me love. Fuck them. Nah, they ain't showing me love. I'm reaching out. Fuck them. Now go across to them. They sat there the exact same thing. Nah, they ain't showing love. Fuck them. Like ditch the ego, ditch the pride. Go reach out. Be the first one to reach out. What? It's not gonna kill you. They're waiting for someone. Be the example. Like it's so good saying, nah, I ain't fucking with no one who's not hitting me up and fucking with me. But then if everybody takes that stance, nothing ever gets done. So be the leader, be the one that stands up and goes out there and just build with a bunch of people, man, with no intentions. I don't build with people and think like, yeah, I'm gonna get a sale out of this. I build with people and think, okay, maybe I'll get a sale out of it. But at the end of the day, having that person as a connection is gonna be worth more than the $50 I'd make. You know what I mean? When you add up all the shares or the recommendations or the shout outs, that's worth a lot more than money. Fuck the money, work on the value, get the knowledge up. I might host another one of these soon. I'm not too sure. I might bring a couple of the Peep the Industry guys in, or we might even just do a Peep the Industry webinar full stop pretty soon. Keep you guys updated on that. If you're on the YouTube and you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Check the link in the description of the YouTube channel, grrlibrary.com. If you like the ideas I was coming out with for the Facebook fan page stuff, or just Facebook general stuff, if you get that book, listen, it's going to make a massive impact. It's $37. If you think like you probably sacrifice $37 at least every day sat on Facebook wasting your time posting links to nobody who gives a fuck because you haven't done the right things to make them give a fuck in the first place. I think like I'd pay $100 for something like that, but it's $37 is even less. If you want to start wasting your time on Facebook and get real results, it's there. It's in the description. Check it out. Shout out to everyone that came through, especially the people who have been constantly and consistently coming to these webinars. Hope everybody took notes. I'm going to do a last sweep of questions just in closing to make sure everybody's happy with the result. Let's see. As always, it is a pleasure. You know the slogans: don't get mad, get motivated. Don't make hits, make history. Add me on Facebook, Daniel Eskimo Cole Beats. No, it is. That's not my Facebook. It's Daniel Eskimo Scott. Daniel Eskimo Scott with 2 T's. Add me on Facebook if you haven't got me already. Ask me more questions in there. This is ongoing, man. It's not just like you can hit me up anytime. Any questions, any problems. I am the guy with the solution. Remember. So yeah, peace. Hope everybody enjoyed it. And if you need, just let me know. Bye-bye.